What is up, guys? I'm here with Anthony, top 8, with Piccolo, Tricolor, top 8 this time.
Yeah.
So top 16 finals, top 4 next time,
Yeah.
and then
You've got to keep, and then
oh no, then it'll be runner up, wouldn't it?
yeah.
But yeah,
yeah. So I was playing Guy Piccolo's successor. This probably is better to call it green, yellow, blue. So, or actually no, green, blue, yellow works. But so obviously everyone knows what Piccolo leader does. So I'll get into the cards. So starting with the green, blue. Play 2 Android 21. Bad Omen. She's good. I more used her for the fear. My opponent would use up resources to stop themselves going to 1 or 2 because they were scared this card would just come out and then they get end the game. I don't think I actually played her all that many times, maybe 2 or 3 times. This card, last minute edition, best card of the weekend. This I used against one of my opponents. He comboed up to about 100,000 on top of I can't remember what card it was. It was like a cooler. And I just played this and span it back to his energy and he lost. So this card was amazing. Play 3 check lands. I don't think there's space in the deck to play 4 check lands and 3 work perfectly. Also, you want to charge yellows and greens.
did you ever play this?
Never hardcast it, no. Also play 3 hidden potential. I've always felt like 4 was really cloggy. So I only ever really needed the 3. I was always charging her before, and I didn't have space to just be playing random charges. I also play 2 of the green-blue super combo. So this card I decided to put in because at first I was playing Paragus, and I found that Paragus there were too many times when you weren't on 4 or less life where you really wanted to use your super combo, and Paragus just did nothing then. At least there's bottom decked 1. Also, in combination with this, you could bottom deck 1 and make your opponent discard 1, even if you didn't want to spin in energy. So that's all the green blue. Then for the green yellow, which is next, for the other 2 super combos, play 2 Juro. This card's amazing. I think this card's slept on. Using this to dump apes is all I did. Use it to dump ape, use it to dump dead cards. So like late game, if you use one of these, you can use it to dump like random free drops you just don't want anymore. It was really solid. Also helps you arrival into the best card, which is All Out Assault Broly. This card's insane. Like from the second I read this card, it's not. I don't believe it's the same strength as the Bardock Ape, but it's just as good. Like it's up there on that pedestal. Most of the effects I used for this was to tap energy or tap people's leaders when playing Gohan. I also used this once to KO the 6-drop Goku leader. He was comboing super high on it, and I just played this and KO'd it because he had 6 energy and this KO's equal cost. This one, another MVP of the weekend. There's going to be like 3 MVPs of the weekend, all green and yellow. I would sit on this card whenever I was scared my opponent could remove Broly. I just turn Broly into a topo, KO one of their cards, ignoring barrier, negates its skill. This came in a lot of times, just caught people off guard because they weren't expecting me to pay 2 mana and remove one of their cards. My boss monster of my deck is Super 17. This card's amazing. I was playing 2 and I had to play 3 essentially. I had to find space to play 3. It's a green-yellow charge if you draw too many of them. You can also successor them into each other, and I did that a couple of times just to keep tapping down my opponent's energy and attacking them with critical attacks, and it also draws when it attacks. Also, when you play it, it crits your opponent down to 4 life, which, if they're still on 8, is a neg 4, and I did that so many times to people. And
What did you cut for the third one?
Hidden Potential. And then this card that I played twice all weekend, there was always fear from my opponents that I was going to play this. However, I only played it twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
And once against me?
Yeah. Both times I played it, I won. But yeah, I only played it twice all weekend. I saw it loads against like Gohan. I charged it 4 or 5 times, but I only played it twice. This was literally my boss monster. Most of my games I win by attrition, by them not having cards, and then me just being able to do like crit attacks or just like 15k here when it's awakened, then a 25k and they can't stop that. For green, I played, when this is sorted properly, 7 green cards. So to start with Sacrifice, this was again in last minute edition. I thought I needed some more negates against Gohan. Originally I was playing Android 17s, the new negate from the starter deck. However, because you can play this for 0 by taking a life, we thought this might be better. These are successor cards. This I very rarely play this weekend. Every single person in existence plays around this card. However, you need to use it because it's a 2-drop free cost, and occasionally use it to pop an 8. And the Gohan, I actually was very disappointed with this card over the weekend. I think it's because I didn't play that many of them, but I'm considering taking these out for Android 15s. This one, you tap one green, warp it, then at the end of your opponent's next turn, it comes back. When you play it, you take up to 2 life. And that's what it does. Then it's just a 5k that sits there until you're ready to successor with it. For yellow, Champion Trickster. Obviously, this card's amazing. Use it to stop all boss monsters. If anyone Gogetas you, play this, tap down and Gogeta, draw a card. Android 15, which is by far like the best yellow card. I definitely take out this for at least a third copy of this, and then this for something else. For this card skill, you tap one to combo it. After you combo with it, it comes into play. If your leader's green, you can take 1 or 2 life, then untap one, green energy. So obviously all your blue-green are also green energy. So you can untap a blue with this essentially. And it's a free drop to a successor. However, you have to play it defensively if you want to untap an energy. Also, essentially is 0 to play it. Put these over. And then, last but not least, Free Apes. This card's insane. They should ban it. She's not even going to talk. Oh, and lastly for yellow. I played Food Shadow and Mist Remained. I wasn't maining this for a long time because I didn't like it. However, you need the fear of it against Invoker, which is probably this... Well, it's meant to be this deck's worst matchup. I smashed the one Invoker I played. But, yeah, you just need it in your deck. And then, for the last couple of extra cards, 4 Senzu Bean, 4 D-Magic, and 2 Frosty Poison. I've seen some lists saying that this card's not good, this card's amazing. I've seen some lists saying this card's not good, this card's amazing. And this deck has to main 2 Frosty Poison. In my top cut match, literally, because I misplayed with this card and this card, my opponent beat me. But all game long, he was playing around this to stop, because he was scared of tapping 6 and then me Frosty Poison in his Fu. So this card's just insane. The amount of pressure it puts on your opponent to not to play around this card, it's crazy. Going into side, I sided the Gogeta package. I actually didn't side this in that much.
Like twice?
I sided it in twice against you, but I maybe sided it in like 3 matches. So out of the 10 I played, but I also played a lot of Gohan, and you don't side this against Gohan. Gohan's meant to be this deck's worst matchup, by the way. I don't see why. Yeah, it's Gogeta. Talk about these guys separately. This one's good against Invoker. You pay 2, pop their Vegeta. This one I side in against Gohan, crazily enough. So this guy gains triple strike by tapping a green and a blue and 10k power. So I'd side this in against Gohan. You play it for 2 and just attack them, tap 2, do some Senzu Bean shenanigans, and then suddenly you have a 25k triple striker, which when they're only on 2 sometimes, if they don't negate this attack, you just win. It only happened once that I won with it though. 2 Artificial Impact. This again was for Invoker mostly. I set this in against Surge Q and it really helped just clear their big guys off board, like his Heartfelt Plea and his Beerus No Holds Bar. And you randomly rip a card from their hand, which is actually really insane. And I used this once. I set this in against Gohan to use it as a combo power as well. Because I needed to side out Frost Deadly Poison. I didn't have anything else to side in. So I decided to put that in because it's random combo power. Arena Wrecker, this is for Invoker. I didn't play that many Invoker, I only played 1. And I used this against the 1 Invoker I played, and you played a ton of an Arena next turn. So I don't know how good this card is, so I have to test more. 2 Mafuba, this card was horrible all weekend. The basic premise of this is you're meant to use it over Android 17 if they try to attack with it, so that they can't loop cell, because this is a battle card on board, and while they have a battle card on board they can't loop the cell because they have to have only 17 in play. It literally never came up. The one cell I played, I didn't get to Mafuba him, he beat me because I misplayed. I guess it's good against Victory Strike as well, against Invoker. 3 Nimbus. It's Nimbus. I used it against some of the Gohan decks to stop them attacking me with all their weenies. I sided it in against Surge Q to stop him attacking me with all his big boys. Other than that, you just sided it in... Oh, and I sided it against Margin Buu to stop them going through, but he killed me anyway. It's just a good negate. And then last but not least, for the greater good, this card's actually insane. I would consider trying to main this. I already main 6 negates, so I might not need to main 7. However, this is really strong. Being able to use this to negate an attack, kill one of their 1-drops, and then use it for your drop again. Obviously, if you get go cheated, this is already in your drop, so you can use this as a negate rather than having to worry about drawing one on the top. As long as you get a green card, you just warp it for this.
Great. Well, any changes? Did you mix the deck?
Other than taking out the Gohans, because the
15s,
Gohan...
right?
Yeah, I'd replace one of the Gohans with 15, so I don't think you need a main 4 of them. Other than that, all the other changes will probably be to the sideboard, and that, again, that's meta dependent, so...
Yeah, great. Congratulations, top 8.
Thank you.
Shout outs?
Shout outs, well, obviously to my team, the Distinct Few. We finally got our team tops, so... Perfect. Other than that, to Rage, nah, not kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, just to my to everyone who helped me test. Shout outs to my girlfriend because I kept waking her up when I was testing at the night in night, so I'm sure she'll be happy I shouted her out. But yeah, just anyone who helped me test. I was grinding this deck. I was gonna change last minute to sell, and people talked me out of it, and I ended up topping, so that's good.
Well, great. Congratulations again.
Cool. Thank you.